Good morning, all. Let's start, okay? Because
Good morning, sir. Yes, another 2 minutes, sir. You
yes,
just
yes, it's only for revision. Those who wants to ask something, they may ask. Okay?
yes. Okay,
Yes.
sir. You can start.
Because today time is very important. We have to discuss a lots of things. But if you have any doubt, any issues related to yesterday class or last two classes, you may ask. Okay. Though I provided the collab, everything is written, link are provided, codes are provided, and I uh, told all of you to do it, practice it, because practice is important. Okay. And I saw few of you shared your overlay file. It's a good, but some of you did not mention or did not include the citation. How to include? See, these are the little steps, but since I described, okay, and you learn, try to use these things. And one of you, I found that did not mention table. Instead of table, you included figure. Okay, has another importance, but table also has different importance. Okay, you have to write as the latex code. Okay, it's begin table in table as I gave you the sample code. Okay, or more or less the codes will be same. You have to change your table name or your figure name like that. But still, if you have any doubt, any issues to use these platforms, so these platforms are important. Okay, Colab and this latex. Okay, overlay. Why? Because you can share, you can collaborate, you can make your different kind of format within a second. Okay. Yes, tell me if you want to ask. Otherwise, I will start. Let's join other people. Okay, someone asked that I have sent you the overlay. Yes, I check. I check your overlay file and keep update. Today's session, uh, attend very seriously, and then add these technical stuff in your overlay. Uh, and I will check continuously. Okay, don't worry. Okay, if my class is there or not, you should update your overlay. You add all technical stuff that you are going to learn or you already learn. Okay, both things you have to mention. And of course, I saw one overlay file, and they mention about the techniques that how you can mitigate the attack or something related to core technique. And as I mentioned yesterday, you can solve this cybersecurity in two ways. One, you have core means using blockchain or encryption decryption key. Lots of things are there, you can solve like this. Another, data driven, that we are focusing. If I say data driven, means you must have data related to your network traffic. Okay. Either you will get from public available site, or you may generate your data. As from tomorrow, you will learn some tools how to generate, how to gather data. Okay. But we can also find online, as I gave you the link, the dataset link, NV15, it's a good. You can find another dataset also. Okay. Different scientists already gathered lots of information and provide you to work on that, to do some data analytics, data driven kind of work. Okay. Okay. That's why it's important. And you also share your collab or your technical stuff that you are going to write with your interviewer or where you want to go. Okay, so that they can easily analyze online that what you are going to do or what you have learned. That's why it's very important to make these things very clear, very nice, to reflect your skill. Okay. Okay, today agenda, as I shared, it's very clear that we are going to learn first descriptive analysis, how we can describe our data set. and second, how we can predict or do something so that we can find out any kind of attack which is going on in future. Okay, and for that, the basic thing, you must find out a data set that we have learned, either the link that I gave you, or you may search by yourself. But try to do some new work. Okay, do not do that you are doing earlier. Okay, since this session is new, and I told you, apply your brain, find out something, enhance your skill. That's why it's important that go for new stuff. Do not do repeatedly work that you already done last 6 months or 2 months. Do some fresh work so that I can visualize that yes, you learned something from this summer school. Hmm. I hope everyone can see this PPT. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Sound is okay. Now, if you have any question, any doubt, please write or ask, because still few people are joining. Okay, no question. Okay, I missed. Before that, I have to show one thing. Wait, wait. Now here you can see that I also provide the link, and yesterday I shared this link also. Okay, this is the day 2 link. Okay, and in day 2 link I also included day 1 link. Okay, so that no one will confusion and say that they will not receive anything. Okay, these materials, these study materials for you. Okay, since you have to do, you have to learn, and here the sample code is, the sample latex file is there, and day 1 link is there. If you click here, you can open the day 1 link, and in day 1 link also I provided this overlap, and at the end you can see all are interrelated, so that you can if you have any link, you can go anywhere, and this is day 2. Okay, if you click here, you will come here, and if you click here, you can go in day 1 of this. And here I mentioned a lots of methods yesterday. They are very useful to do a clean and efficient coding in Python. I hope all of you went through this. Okay, and the last topic I did not mention, this is Python. Okay, this is, sorry, Panda. Okay, Panda here. Uh, let's wait few people. Okay. Okay, I hope all of you read it, but let's revise it once very quickly so that you will not get confusion here. Okay, here in Panda, since it has a very rich data structure, you can use a 2D tabular level data structure. Okay, everything you can do here using data frame. Okay, this structure, or you can use series is another data structure that is 1D level array. Okay, and it is if you want to work on simple or single column. Okay, because you saw that in the previous data set you have 44 columns. Okay, and if you want to analyze one column one by one, then you may go for series. Okay, or if you want to go for entire data set, then you may use frame data set. It means the things are there that you can use. How you can use? You can see some examples. Suppose you have a data, it has a list, okay, and then you want to make a series. Then how you can convert? Because this is a list and you can perform all list operation on this data, but you cannot perform the pandas functions operations. Okay, for that you have to convert this list into data frame or pandas structure. Okay, for that you have to use pandas, import pandas, because pandas library is mentioned here. You have to import it, and for analysis pd, now you can use pd.series. If you make series, then it will give you series of data with index a b c d. Okay, this is the one column. Now this list created as a one column, a row of data. Okay, and if you print it, you can see a b c, this is the index and this is the value. Similarly, for data frame, you can uh, use this. I hope you remember this. This structure is look like a dictionary. Am I right? Dictionary, and here this is the list. Okay, and this is the key and value in the list. And if you want to convert this kind of data structure, that is the dictionary, if you want to convert it into data frame, then you have to use this keyword data frame, pd.data frame. It will create into data frame. And now you can see here, these are the column name and then the values are given here. Okay, row 1, row 2, and row 1 start from 0. And lots of functions are there. Okay, but let's see some basic function, and after that, as I instructed you yesterday, that go for the official site of pandas or numpy or any library, and practice their small functions, how they are working. Here suppose you want to read a column, then how you can read? You have two methods. Either you go for df dot the column name, that is age, or you may go for df dot age. Both way you can use. But if you are clear enough that this part, this column value is not related to any function name, okay, suppose mean, okay, mean is a function. If your column name is also mean, like here, then it will cause some problem, because it's going to find out mean. That's why if you use this kind of format, df dot the column name, then make sure that this is not any kind of function. Okay, otherwise it will give you the result of this age column. Okay, if you do this or this, same result will be there. But as I told you, if you write mean, suppose mean is your column name, your one of the column name is mean, instead of name you write mean. Okay, then in this case, what happens? If you type df.mean, that is going to find out the mean of this data frame. Okay, and your output will not like this. Okay. Now, other powerful manipulations like filtering, grouping, merging, reshaping, these things are very popular. Okay, you will practice it. Like filtering, if you want to filter a data set, you want the data set which has age greater than 25, then you can write inside this. Okay, and this will give you series. Okay, and then this data frame makes again a data frame. It will give you this kind of output. Okay, now grouping, if you want to group city or age, if you find age mean and then you want to know that what is the average value of age in each city, then you can use group by. And these commands you already learn in your database lab, I think. Okay, SQL or Oracle kind of thing, same thing are there, same concepts are there. We want to group this city with average of age, and you can see here the result. City, this is Delhi, Mumbai, and age, the average age is showing. Okay, and if you want to merge two data set, very simple command, merge is there, okay, and again you have uh, DBMS concepts, how to merge, you know, the join, outer join, inner join, these concepts are there, you can apply here also, okay. Remember, if you want to apply any kind of concepts, you can use, you can do by Python, okay. Only you need to if you don't know, then search over internet how to do this join or that join. They will give you a sample code, and using that sample code you will apply on your data set, okay. Now you can merge using this, okay. And missing value, suppose you want to, suppose missing value is there and you want to replace with some value, okay, then you use this fill any command, okay, or replace command will be there. But if it's none missing value, you can use fill any, and it's going to fill with what value? It's going to fill with the this column, that is age. You can see this column, okay. Suppose this column has missing value, then what it is going to do? It's going to do to find the mean of this column, that is age. Okay, here the value will become the mean of this, and then it's going to replace with the missing value of this data frame. And in place to, it means it's going to change in your data set that you have. Okay, and if you want to not use this missing value, you want to drop, you may drop it. Drop any command is there, it is going to drop your missing value rows or columns. According to that you can work, okay. And now this is also this panda is high performing large data set, it's operate on that, it's optimized for performing and can handle large data set efficiently, okay. And suppose the data set is this much of, okay, and you want to sum, okay, sum large data set dot sum, you want to sum, it's going to sum very quickly. And here and here, if you want to use some if you want to sum and wants to store in another new column, then you have to mention here in the column name, and now it's going to be mentioned here sum, and it's applied for entire data set very efficiently. And axis one is nothing, it's saying about column by. If it's axis 1, if it's axis 0, then you are going to sum by row by, okay. This is the things, and of course this is also integrated with other libraries, that's why it's very popular. Pandas is very popular. You can integrate with different libraries like matplotlib, seaborn, scikit-learn, visualization and machine learning things, okay. Suppose you want to integrate with matplotlib, you want to see some results, then you can import this matplotlib. This is a sample code to import matplotlib, and plot is alias of this. Now you can, how you can visualize? You have data frame, that is a category ABC, and value of ABC is 10, 20, 30, and you want to see using bar chart, okay. Then you can plot. This is df data frame dot plot. Now we are going to plot our data frame using bar chart. Similarly, if you want pie chart, any line chart, simply you search over internet, you can find a lots of solutions, lots of codes for that. What you want to do, only first you have to think, and that's why in my first class I told you to think first what you want to do, okay, then after do. Otherwise, if you want to learn a lots of things but you are not going to do anything, you will forget, okay. First purpose must be there, goal must be there. And now we want x here category, this one, and y is value. According to that, it's going to plot. Also, if you want to work on time series data, pandas is very efficient to do, okay. It has date, time, range, everything is there, okay. Only you need to think that what kind of work you want to do, okay. And lots of functions, methods, facilities are there, okay. uh, Start to revise it, practice it, so that we can use these things in our real problem, okay. Now I hope everyone run this code, because I already provided yesterday, and feel comfortable that how you can use different functions, different libraries in Python, okay. Now it's time to use it, These simple concepts that we have learned, we are going to use. And again, I am telling you, suppose any kind of function is there. Suppose mean is there, mean function. You are applying only on two. Suppose two rows are there. Okay, if you understand with two rows, then you can also apply this mean in your data set that we have seen that cybersecurity data set that has 2 lakhs plus rows. Okay, same function will be same, it will not change. Okay, either you use a small data set or big data set, pandas functions or the functions that we are used will be same. That's why first try to understand, try to learn that what is the role of these functions. Like we have studied yesterday, map, zip, lambda, okay, star operator, how they are working, how they make efficient coding, how we can generate, how we can write. You have to do little bit practice. The basic I have told. If anyone has doubt, anyone confusion, you can tell. Otherwise, we will go ahead because we have to do a lots of work today. Okay. Now tell me if you have any problem. Did you practice or not? Because if you not asking or not interrupting me, it indicates that you did not practice. Okay. And I told you this is the time you can do parallel so that we can produce some good output. Okay. And at the end you may write a good technical stuff in your document. Okay. This is the main motto of this session, this summer school. And especially I have two session left perhaps. Okay, and I put some gap in between my session, and the reason is that things we are going to cover today or I already covered. You have sufficient time, approx 1 week time. Try to do these things, okay, so that we can discuss the issues, or if you have any kind of problem or something, we can discuss after 1 week. Okay, after 1 week we will meet again, but before that you have to do a lots of work. Okay, especially from last 2 days, remember you have to do. First, create your collab, write every code there. Second, you have to create your overlay and write all concepts that you are going to learn and what you want to solve in cybersecurity. Okay, and in that, do not forget to mention about the dataset from where you have downloaded. Okay, what kind of dataset is this, how many rows, how many columns are this, and why you are selecting your problem on the basis of that data set. Okay, suppose you are mentioning that you want to highlight Ukrainian attack, the power grid attack, where some people attack, cyber attack done have been done on the Ukrainian power grid. If you want to mention, it's okay. You mention this is the interesting thing. This is the latest attack. It's showing that how cyber attack is very efficient. Okay, to do this kind of to destroy this kind of infrastructure. This is okay. But after that, what is your work that we are learning or we are going to learn? That okay, suppose some kind of attack happen, uh, then you have to find out the related data set. Okay, are you able to find the because it's a Ukrainian power grid, you cannot find the data set of Ukraine power grid. Okay, but you can find the information related to power grid, another general power grid. Okay, and they may mention that what kind of attack they have been faced. Okay, and if you find that kind of data set, then it will okay for your concept. You explain all things related to Ukrainians attack, that Ukrainians face the attack, But the technical stuff, you explain that yes, I analyze this data set, which is also based on the power grid, and this kind of attacks happens. Okay, and then you focus all things that you have learned. Okay, the core idea is how to solve the attacks on cyber on power grid. Okay, and your recent stuff is Ukraine power grid. All things are there, but you have to correlate. Okay, okay, and of course, to explain this thing, you have to draw the system model, everything, and I gave you an example how to draw the figure also. Okay, now these things, the overall stuffs from last 2 days. Now today we are going to learn how to describe our data set, because I told you have to find out one data set. Of course you will get. Okay, if not, then I have provided the links, please download. And now it's time to describe it. Okay, now first, to describe data set, you understand that what kind of variables are there. Okay, because in table, you can see in table lots of variables are there, but if you are not able to identify that what kind of variable is there, then how can you analyze it? Okay, that's why it's important that first you find out, you know. Okay, and see in your document, in your overlay file, you have to write each step. Do not think that this is a kind of it's a kind of research document or something. Okay, it's look like that overleaf. If you write on overleaf, anyone can say that okay, this is a kind of research paper. No, I pointed out that you should not think like that. You think that this is a kind of technical report that you are going to write with your all skill that you are going to learn in this summer school. Why I am telling you to write in a one draft? Because I can see that okay, what you have learned and what you have understand. Okay, these things I can analyze from there. Okay, and after that, at the end of this summer school, we can also give some feedback, or we can interact online. We can correct your stuff, your draft. Okay, this will be the profit. And here also, since I am telling about types of variable, then do not think that it will be kind of very lengthy work. No, you have to do everything. Okay, like as I told you, you have to analyze each column. Then you have to go each column. Okay, and write down what kind of data type is. Are you able to understand or not? What is the problem with this column? One by one, you have to do everything. Okay, do not exclude or do not think that this is a lengthy work or something. This will not include your technical document. First you write all things that you are going to learn. Okay, and then you can format the things, the important things you will write, so that if you share with your interviewer or some other person, then they may feel that yes, you did some effective work, you have a sound knowledge related to data driven cyber security or data driven kind of stuff. Okay, that's why the first important thing, you must know the types of variable. First is quantity or numerical, you can see in your data set. And second, categorical variable. Quantity means it's a represent amount of things, for example, number of tree in a forest. Okay, then how many trees? You have to count it. Or approximately you have to tell that, okay, 50,000 or 50, or 5 lakhs or something, 10,000 data say, trees are there. It means you have some number. But if I say that what are the species of different trees, okay, in the forest, then it's not a kind of number, it's kind of group. Now you are going to group it. It may happen that in the forest 5 lakhs trees are there, but the group may be 2 3 kind of trees, it may happen. Okay, then this is called group. Okay, this is called categorical variable, that you have category. Okay, and if you say number, then it will be quantitative variable. Okay, now in quantitative variable, you can divide into two parts. Okay, first, contiguous. Contiguous means this is the contiguous means in the fraction or something. Okay, it's a kind of ratio. Okay, but if you say that discrete, the exact integer variable 1, 2, 5, 6 like that, then it will be discrete. Okay, now in this way, first of all, you understand the what kind of quantitative or numerical variable is there, whether it's a contiguous or discrete. Okay, contiguous if it's a kind of fraction. Fraction means suppose house rent. Okay, or suppose stock market. Stock market value. Okay, these are the contiguous. Okay, contiguous. It's going to change or it's going to you don't know what kind of value will come. Okay, in the fraction. Okay, it's a contiguous kind of thing. But in the discrete, it will be 1 to 5 like that. Okay, it's not in fraction. Understand? Now, the second is categorical. As I told you, in categorical, you can also find the different kind of variables. Like ordinal means it represents data with an order, just like ranking. Okay, it may be 1, 2, 3. But in this case, you may say that, sir, you told me 1, 2, 3 is discrete variable. Okay, this is not discrete. 1, 2, 3 is represent some kind of category. Okay, and if you have discrete variable means it go continuously. It means the value will be there. Suppose you have 2 lakhs rows, okay, as you saw in your cybersecurity data set. In this, you may have some discrete value, okay. It may be from 1 to 100, it may be, okay. And in this, suppose this discrete value, you may have some kind of order or category. Then you mention, okay. Then you mention that, okay, we have 2 lakhs of rows, but in this value, we have only 10 kind of discrete variable. Okay, suppose 2 lakhs of rows are there, but the value may be 2, 4, 5, 6, or 10, 50. Only 10 values are there that is repeating. Okay, and in this case, you may tell that this 10 is the kind of category of that entire 2 lakhs data set. Okay, it means you should not confuse about this. What you want to say, what you want to describe. Okay, you have to mention that why it's ordinal. Okay, why it's discrete. And suppose you have group and it has a group name, then you may say that this is a nominal kind of categorical variable. Okay, binary, it's a yes no, only two kinds of variable will be there. Okay, like bin, low, lose, or 1, 0, like that. Okay, now you can see that after watching your data set, now you can visualize that what kind of data is there inside a column. Okay, you have to mention this, because again I am telling you, if you want to develop any kind of machine learning AI kind of model, before that you must understand the data set. And this understandability of data set will take 80% of time of entire project development. Okay, this is a kind of estimated time that to understand data set is very important. And then after you can develop a good machine learning or AI model. Okay, now this page suggests that you have to understand your data set. Okay, what kind of data you have in your data set, you must understand. And now how it is going to help you. Okay, but before that, you see that that what kind of things in your AI or machine learning things, okay, that you can do, or you can make a model. Okay, or you may use some kind of algorithm to make a model. But how you can select, this is the question. Okay, you cannot select any model, any kind of algorithm randomly and say that after using this you develop a kind of AI or ML model. No, Before that, you have some justification that why you are using this model, okay, on this data set, okay. Before that, you have to understand that that the two algorithm, that is supervised algorithm and unsupervised algorithm, how we can use it, okay. First supervised algorithm, if you have some kind of label, target, or the output in your data set. Suppose in our data set, the cybersecurity data set, we had some output, that is a attack category. It may be label, that is the attack or not, 0, 1. It may be. It means you have inside your data set the target variable, the category. In such kind of data set, you will use what kind of algorithm? Supervised algorithm. Okay. But suppose the target or what you want to know, this column is not mentioned in your data set. Okay. Then in this kind of data set is called unsupervised kind of things, and you have to use unsupervised machine learning. Okay. And for supervised kind of things, that where you have target variable, here you can use two kinds of algorithm. Okay, now in this phase, your data type concept will be help you. If you find that your target variable, the target column, okay, it has contiguous kind of data, like house pricing, okay, house pricing, and it's depends on different kind of parameter, okay. Okay, this is the another thing, but first you understand that the things that you are going to find out, your target variable, is this a contiguous or not, okay. If it's a contiguous, then you go for regression kind of algorithm, okay. Suppose here it's written like a prediction of house price, okay. But house price, this is a target, okay, this is a level that you want to find. But how you can find house price? For that, in your data set, it must have some independent variables, like house age, distance from the main road, location, area, etc. Like in your cybersecurity data set, you have attack level or attack type. But on what basis it's going to call that this is the attack or this is the kind of type of attack? After looking on the independent variable, that is your the other columns, that is source IP address, destination IP address, what kind of protocol has been used, what kind of service has been used, what kind of duration of that network trafficking. Like that, using that independent variables, you are going to say that yes, this is attack, or what kind of attack, the category of attack, like ransomware, you can say. Okay. Okay, in this way you can divide dependent and independent variables. This is another important concept to understand what is the dependent variables, what is the independent variables. Dependent variables means that value on which the other parameters are using the other parameter, that value is coming, like attack. Okay, like here house price. House price depends on the other parameters. Okay, and if your target variable has a categorical kind of thing, okay, then you have to use classification kind of supervised learning algorithm. Okay, it means it predicts the class of the dataset based on the independent input variables. Class is the categorical or discrete value, like the image of an animal is a cat or dog. Okay, and it means class is categories is there. Okay, if categories is there in your target variable, okay, if your target column is a categorical variable, then you can use classification kind of algorithm, okay, and supervised. Why? Because we are talking about target variable. It means target variable is there. Okay, if target variable is there, then of course you have to use supervised algorithm. Okay, but target variable is not there, then you go for unsupervised machine learning. Okay, and here you have to find out, because you have to categorize the things, you have to cluster the things, you have to find out is there any association between the independent variables or not, because you have no label. You have no target variable. Okay. According to that algorithms, you will find the category or the target value for that unsupervised kind of data set. But of course, how to verify that target in unsupervised? For that, you have to some knowledge about that domain, or you have to contact some expertise. Suppose I gave you a data set, okay, in which some cancer patients are there, but I remove that part, that whether the patient is actually detected cancer or not. Okay, it means the target value is not there. Okay, then in this case, what you can do? You may use the clustering and association algorithm and find out that what kind of association is there, whether it's the attack or not attack, cancerous or not cancerous cell. But you cannot conclude that yes, this is your result, because you don't know exactly what is this. For that, you have to contact the expert of that field. You may contact hospital, doctor, okay, to verify that the result is actually acceptable or not. Okay, after that, you can supervise, or you can add the target variable in your data set. That's why using these techniques, these steps, it needs a resource, it needs a skillful person. Okay, and therefore, if you want to, you don't want to buy, but the companies, organization usually buy data from market. Okay, to analyze the things. If any company wants to purchase supervised kind of data set, then they has to pay a lot, because they already analyze, okay, categorize, use a lots of resources to find out the target variable. Okay, that's why usually supervised kind of data set is costlier than the unsupervised kind of data set. Okay, unsupervised kind of data set is very cheap. That's why organizations prefer to buy this kind of data set, and then after the employee or the expert will make a supervised kind of data set. Okay, this is the all about the thing. This is the basic thing. Then how you can identify a data set, how you can identify that what kind of algorithm you can use on your data set. Okay, I am mentioning this thing because now you are going to download a data set, and if you find that no target variable is there, and there if you use supervised algorithm, then it's totally wrong. Okay, it's not accepted. Okay, and if you find that your target variable is there, and now you want to use, suppose in your cybersecurity data set the target variable is there, you may select target variable as label, the last two. Okay, last two, the second last was label, and the last one was type, category, attack type. Okay, you may select any of them as a target variable. Okay, and and then after, if you saw that okay, the target is there, that you want to analyze, you want to predict, then you say that okay, we will going to use supervised algorithm. But again, the second question is, what kind of algorithm will use among two, regression or classification? Okay, if you see in your data set, then you can find that you have either you use label or the category of attack. In either case, you can see you have category kind of data. Okay, like in label you have 0, 1. What is 0, 1? 0, 1 is binary kind of categorical variable. Okay, it's that's why you have to use classification. If you want to use, and specifically if you say what kind of classification algorithm, since it's a two class, that's why we say that two class classification. Okay, and the other hand, if you take this category type kind of column, the last column, that is category tag type, then you can find I think ransomware, DOS attack, DOS attack, these things are there. I think 10 or 11 categories are there. Then you can say that this is a nominal kind of categorical variable. Okay, and since it's a categorical variable, It's a kind of class. That's why you have to use classification algorithm here also. Okay. And you can find a lots of classification, regression, or unsupervised kind of algorithms over internet, and you can use that. We will discuss how to use these things, but first try to understand the basic concept that how and where and when we are going to use. Otherwise, you may use anything anywhere, and this is not good. Okay. Now the another thing that how we can find, suppose you develop a AI/ML model, but how you can say that this is an efficient model, okay, efficient than others? How you can compare? How you can find the efficiency? For that, you have to go again what kind of algorithm you are going to use. Suppose you want to use supervised, not you want, okay, actually according to your data set you have selected, okay. Suppose you selected supervised kind of data set, algorithm, machine learning algorithm, and in this you have a contiguous kind of target variable. That's why you are going to use regression model. Then for finding the regression model performance, you have to use different matrices like MAE, MSE, okay, mean square error. These are the very easy thing. You can read it. Okay, lots of documents is available. Python code is available. You can apply. Okay, R square is just at R square, because this is not a specific data science or AI session. That's why I only give you the core concept that these things are there. Okay, and now it's your responsibility the kind of algorithm you are going to use. First of all, you have to describe the algorithm in your overlay file that you have shared with me, and then you describe that what kind of performance matrix you are going to use. Okay, and why and what is this? You have to write down description of that performance matrix. Okay, and if you want to use classification, suppose a class category kind of target variable is there, and you are going to use, then at the end you need some performance matrices to judge that what kind of model is there good from as compared to others or not. For that, you can use confusion matrix, AUROC curve. Okay, again, these things are easy, but confusion matrix is little bit confusion. Okay, that's why I will describe little bit this, and then after we will go further. But in case your data set has no target variable and you want to use unsupervised kind of machine learning algorithm, and specifically in that you want to cluster the things, okay, then to find the performance of that clustering kind of model that you are going to develop, you can use these kind of Silote, Kaspersky, Davin, or you can find another also over internet. But these are the matrices that you can use to describe your unsupervised kind of model. And if you want to find out the association between the unsupervised data set, then you can use association algorithms. Lots of algorithms are there. But after that, you have to find out the effectiveness of that model. And you can find using support, confidence, lift. Okay, these are the terms are there that you must use. If you use these kind of algorithms to analyze your data set, you must mention these things, okay, minimum, so that you can describe your work. And then, as I told you, the confusion is matrix is really confusing. Okay, that's why little bit I am going to explain so that you may feel some confident. Okay, here we are describing two classification kind of problem. You can go for multi-class classification problem also, but it's little bit complex. That's why first understand the two-class classification, and you can apply this concept on the multi-class classification also. Okay. Here, what happened in two-class classification? What we are going to actually compare or actually evaluate our model that we are going to develop. Okay, our purpose is to train our AI or ML model, and then after, okay, we will we will put the independent variable, and your model is going to give the output. Okay, and that output is it necessary that that output is absolutely correct or 100% true? No. Okay, because this is a kind of prediction. Okay, machine learning. If you want to develop a model, AI ML model, it means it's going to predict something. It's not exact result. The answer of this between 0 to 1. Okay, 0 to 1, the machine learning model will give. And if you decide that, okay, if machine learning model will give the output 0. 0.6, and you decide the threshold that, oh, okay, if the 0.5 is there, after 0.5 you will say that yes, the value is correct. Okay, suppose if I say that positive or negative, okay, suppose attack is there, whether it's attacked or not. Okay, attack means positive, not means negative. Okay, and if you say that if machine learning model, if I feed the independent variable like source ID, destination ID, service port, these things if I provide, and then the model will give you some output, and output will be a number, of course, because computer will work on number. Okay, it will give you some number, suppose 0 to 1, it will give you 0.7. Okay, and now you decided that, okay, if the value will come, the threshold will be 0. 0.6, and above that you say that yes, it's attack, and below that you say that not, this is not attack. Then if your model is giving that, okay, the value is 0. 0.7, it means now you conclude that yes, this is the attack. Okay, it's a kind of attack, network attack is there, cyber attack is there. Okay, in this way you can find that whether the your model is producing result, what is the output of your model's result. Okay, it's whether attack or not. But the issue is this, you don't know the model result is correct or not. Okay, because it depends on your model's performance, and that's why you can see in this field, the data driven field, if you see any result, any paper, any research work, any technical work, then it mentioned about kind of accuracy, that my model has 98% accurate, okay, or 72% accurate, or 85% accurate. And what is this? This is a kind of matrix. Okay, that's we are going to discuss here. But the meaning of this, suppose your model is 95% accurate, it means it will give you the correct result 95% time. It means out of 100, 95% time your model will say yes, your model result will be good, exact. But 5% time it's not correct. Okay, it's not telling the correct thing. But how you can check? This is another thing. How you can check? For that, since you have a data set, download data set, okay, and in download data set you can see in your computer 2 lakhs rows are there, 2 lakhs plus rows are there, and the column is there, that is the where, suppose I am talking about level, then you can see in level it's written 0 1, that is it is attack or not. Okay, it means you have the target variable, the result you have already downloaded, you have in your computer, but using this you want to develop a model, machine learning model. Okay, and you want you don't want to check the real traffic. Okay, real traffic, that what is going on at this time. You want to develop your model using the downloaded data set, and then after, if you find that yes, your model is good, your the accuracy is good, then you can apply in real time environment. Okay, but how we can develop with your downloaded data set? For that, you have, suppose you have 2 lakhs data set rows. Okay, 2 lakhs rows you have. If you want to develop model, and if you want to train your machine learning model, then you can train with 2 lakhs rule. But what happened? You train, you teach your model using 2 lakhs rows, but you are not able to test, okay, that whether your model is correct or not. It means you have to apply in real world scenario, and this is not good. Before knowing that, what is the accuracy of your model, you cannot use. Therefore, we are going to use less data set, less rows to training. Okay. Suppose you have, in general, it's called 80-20 ratio or 70-30 ratio. You can train with 80% of data, 80% of rows, and 20% for testing. Okay. Now, in 2 lakhs, okay, you can use 80%, 1,60,000 rows for your training purpose, and then 40,000 rows for testing purpose. It means if you want to train your model, then 1,60,000 you have to give, you have to pass to your model with the result. Let's see, this is the independent variable and this is the result. Now you train yourself, okay, with the algorithm. And the depth of algorithm we are not going to discuss, but we have a lots of algorithm, okay. And using that algorithm, your model is going to train, okay. Taking the independent variables and checking that yes, this is the result, the exact output, okay. Now the time for testing, okay. Now your model is ready. Model know that these are the independent variables and the output is this. Now you want to test. To test, you already, because you know, if you train, if you already give the question and answer to your model, and if you want to test with that question and answer, then your model will be 100% accurate. Okay, it's no mean of testing because you already give. That's why we keep 40,000 rows separate. Okay, so that we can check, we can test our model, the efficiency of model. Okay. Now this 40,000, we will not pass the answer because we know level, we know that whether it's attack or not. But this level is actual. We will keep at in the system for testing machine learning algorithm. We will give these independent variables. Okay, it means except the level, we are passing the rows one by one. 40,000 is there, then 1, 2, 3 up to 14,000 we are going to give independent variable to our trained model. And then the model will say something, model will produce the output in 0 or 1, and according to threshold you decide that okay, this is the attack or not. Okay, suppose your model say according to threshold that this is the attack. Okay, now model is saying attack, but is this actual result? No, this is the predicted result. It's a kind of prediction that model is saying the attack, but you have to cross verify. That's why you can check that yes, your model is perfect or not. How you can cross verify? Because the actual 40,000 labels column, okay, you already separated and keep in your computer. Now you can check with this output that okay, model is saying that this independent variables has attack. Now you check the actual, what is this? Is this 0 or 1? If it's 1, then okay, your model is saying attack and your actual value is also attack. And that's why this is the correct. Okay, the prediction is correct. True, prediction is true. But if your model is saying that no, this is a 1 attack, or actual, if you see the independent variables using that independent variables, the actual result is saying no, this is not attack. Okay, it means your model is saying attack, but the actual is not attack. It means the prediction of your model is not correct. It's a false. Okay, in this case, we can say that this is false positive. The prediction is not correct. That's why the conclusion is this. If you want to analyze confusion matrix, or if you want to find out your efficiency of your model, then you have to go for prediction side. Actual you cannot change actual value. Okay, the prediction will change. This will depend on your efficiency of your model. You may develop some model which has a high accuracy. They predict good value. But suppose I develop same model, but I have same model means same problem I am doing, but my model is less efficiency. they may produce a wrong result. The prediction may be wrong. But the actual is always same. In your case, in my case. Okay, actual will be same. That's why you can see here, we have mentioned here actual. Actual is there. You can see this is the actual. Okay. It means in your system, actual value is there, actual level is there, whether it's the positive, where is the attack, or where is not attack. Means this column is saying that yes, this is attack in actual, and this column is saying that no, not attack. Okay, and here this is your machine learning result predicted. Okay, this is the actual that you already downloaded. No one can change it. Okay, but this value is depend on your model, machine learning model. Okay, suppose your model, machine learning model is saying that yes, this is positive. Suppose independent variables are there, and using these independent variables, machine learning is saying that yes, this is positive. And now this is positive. Now you have to check whether it's actual positive or not in actual data set. Okay. Now actual target, if you say that yes, this is also positive, that's why this positive prediction is true. Okay, but your prediction is positive, but if you see in the real data set and you say that no, this is not positive, it's a false, it's a zero, in this case this is called false positive. Okay, that's why it's a false positive. Suppose your prediction says that this will come negative, no attack. Okay, this the prediction is no attack, but the actual, you can see this column refers to positive, but actual is positive. Okay, since actual is positive, that's why this prediction becomes false, and it's called false negative. Okay, here this is your predicted row, and it's saying negative. But actual, if you say that what is the actual is also negative. It means your prediction is true. That's why it's a true negative. And that's we want. We want that my model will say that whether this independent refers to attack or not attack perfectly, correctly. Okay. That's why you can see this thick red line, this or this, these two. These two refers to your accuracy thing. It means true positive plus true negative. You can say true positive, true negative, and divide by total value. It will give you accuracy. Okay, and that thing we were discussing. 95% accuracy means 95% time. Your model is saying accurate. The attack is performed or not, it's accurate 90% time. And 5% time it says no. But where? What is the problem? 5% time. 5% time refers to this false positive or false negative. Okay. Okay. Now you understand the accuracy. Now if anyone say that what is the value of recall, or what is the recall, okay, then remember recall, we are always find this, the positive, actual positive is there. Okay, in recall we are going to find out among actual positive how many are predicted positive by your machine learning. Okay, from actual positive how many are actually predicted positive. And in this definition you can see from all the classes positive and negative how many of them we have predicted correctly. Okay, and it should be high possible should be there. And that's why if you want to find the recall, then what will be the formula? True positive, this actual we want to find out, and among them this column true positive plus false negative. That's why the recall formula is there. Okay, and precision is related to your predicted. It means how many correct prediction are there from your model, and among them how many are actually correct. That's why you see that this column is there. I put it green. This column is related to your positive prediction by model. Okay, and among them how many are actually true. That's why the formula will be TP by TP plus FP. Okay, and this is called precision. Means among predicted value from your algorithm, from your model, how many are actually correct. Okay, this is precision. And recall means from the actual positive value. Okay, from the actual positive that is already positive. Okay, among them how many are predicted correctly. Okay. Now you think recall is for all positive classes, how many are predicted correctly? This is recall. And from all the classes we have predicted as positive, how many are actually positive? And first one is accuracy, that from all classes positive, how many we have predicted correctly. Okay. Now I hope everyone understand this concept. This is the basic you must understand. Okay. And how machine learning will work, how you can evaluate, because we cannot go for all 40,000 test data at the same time. We have to pass one by one. Okay. And we have to check whether the model is giving output the correct or not. According to that we have count, and then we found this value: true positive, false negative, true negative, and then according to formula we will give this accuracy, precision. Okay. In this way your Python code will produce the output. Okay. Now yes, tell me.
ମେଞ୍ଚେ ଲିଚି ଆଉ ମ୍ୟାଙ୍ଗୋ ଖାଇଦେଲୁ ଆଉ ଚକଲେଟ ଆଉ ମିଠାଇ
Okay, do you have any question?
ଚାଲ
Okay.
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
so it is not directly related to it, but it is in the same sector as the thing you have taught. Sir, if we have multiple models, how would we select the model from among them? Because we have a test data and we have the training data. So
Yes.
for selecting a particular the best model among a collection of models, from where we will select the data to do calculations on.
To calculate this thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Like we have to check which model has the best accuracy and recall. So from where we will get the data.
Okay. As I told you, we have yesterday you saw that um we have 2 lakhs rows. Okay. One data set we have 2 lakhs plus rows. Among them we have to use 80% of data from there. It means we have to select 1,60,000 data among these 2 lakhs data, and that the remaining 20% data, that is 40,000, we are going to check. If you want to test it, that test accuracy, then we are going to check that 40,000 data, and we apply these concepts to find out the accuracy, recall, or precision. Okay. From that downloaded data you have to extract for testing, that is 20%. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
And how, yes, and how we can do, you can see one by one example is there. Suppose okay, suppose this example is there. It's saying that suppose this is the output, your attack. Okay, 0 1 2, 0 means no attack, 1 is attack, and this is your 40,000 rows. Suppose, okay, this is your 40,000 rows. That we are going to use one by one and check what is the output of your machine learning model. Okay, in this way we are going to test. See, suppose first for first output, okay, you have to give the independent variables to your model. Okay, and model has to predict something. The actual output is there, the independent variable. Suppose this is not attack, that is 0, but before that you have for an independent variable like IP address, okay, source, these things you have to pass, and then your machine learning has to predict the value, that what is the value. And suppose your machine learning gives 0.5. I told you 0 to 1, the value will become, and your threshold is 0.6. Then your machine learning output will be 0. Why? Because threshold is 0.6 and your machine learning is saying using that independent variable, the value will be 0.5. Okay. If you see there, if you compare with threshold, then it is a less than the threshold. That's why you say that your machine learning says 0. Okay. And here you can see 0.9 and your threshold is 0.6. Okay. That's why the machine learning prediction is 1 because this is above than threshold. Now you can see these are your machine learning prediction. Okay, this is not actual. Actual is here that you already save in the system. Okay, now it's time to check the accuracy of the model. Okay, and here you can see the 910 data, but actually in your data set it has 40,000. Okay, 40,000 rows are there. Okay, now, first understand here how it's going to check. Now, you can see that your model is saying 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0 according to this output and according to this threshold. You may change threshold and the threshold change, this output may be changed. Okay. But here, if we say that the threshold is 0.6, according to that, your machine learning performance is this. But now we have to check that what is the accuracy, what is the precision, what is the recall. Okay, in this case, what we need to know that what is the value of true positive, what is the value of true negative, okay, what is the value of total, we need to know. Okay, for that, how we can find? Just I told you that machine learning, machine model output is 0 and your actual that you have saved here, this is also 0. It means the prediction is negative. You can see the prediction is negative. Negative means no attack. Okay. And your actual data is also saying negative. Means is this true or false? The statement is true by your the prediction is true by your machine learning. That's why it's a true. Okay. Now your machine learning is saying 1. Okay, it means machine learning is saying attack positive. Okay. Okay. Now this attack, this positive is true or false. Now we are going to check our actual data and that is also 1. It means this is true. Now here 1, the machine learning model is saying 1 and your data set is saying no, this is 0. And you have to believe on this because this is your data set. Okay, this is the downloaded data set, that is the experimented data set. You cannot change it. Okay, but your machine learning is saying no, this is 1. Okay, it means this prediction, this positive prediction is not correct and that's why this is false positive. Okay, now here you can see that machine learning is saying positive and your data set also positive. That's why it's a true positive. And here your machine learning model is saying negative. Let's check whether it's correct or not. If you check with correct, the truth value, the ground truth value is 1. That is attack. But your machine learning is saying not attack. Okay, telling wrong. That's why it's a false negative. And now it's a 0, machine learning is saying 0 and actual is also 0. That's why this negative prediction is correct, true. And now this negative prediction is correct or false? No, false, because this is predicting is 0, negative. But if you see the actual data set, you found that it's a 0, attack. It means this prediction is wrong, that is false. And in this way, you can find how many true negative. You can see 1, true negative, 2. Okay. Then true negative is 2. Okay. Now, how many true positive? True positive is 1, 2, 2. True positive is also 2. Okay. Now, false positive is 1. Okay. False positive 1. Okay. Now, false negative is 2. False negative 2. Now you have the value. Now you can compute accuracy, precision, recall, everything you can compute. Okay. Now in this way, your computation is going to be happen and you will find the result. Okay, that this is the accuracy. Now someone told me the F1 score is here. Okay, what happened in some time that you can find a low precision, high recall. Okay, these things you can find and you cannot determine that what is the efficiency of the model. Okay, in this case, what you can do, you can use F score. It means this is the combined value of both precision and recall. And the formula is 2 into precision into recall divided by precision plus recall. Using this formula, you can find F1 score, and after looking on F1 score or F score, you can collectively say that what is the performance of your machine learning model, okay, on the basis of precision and recall. Okay, now this is the answer for F1 score. Now, is there any other question? Okay, sir, I have used the iris dataset for training my model using neural networks and scikit-learn and PyTorch and calculate the number of epochs and plot then a graph using matplot and accuracy and precision. How can I use this type of things in cybersecurity? Please explain, sir. Okay, see, you have used this kind of things. That is the image. Okay, image kind of thing. Okay, uh, iris data set. Okay, iris data set is not image. Okay, it has some petal or table like it's a tabular kind of data set. Okay, and you use neural networks. Okay, fine. Okay, then a graph using matplotlib is only visualization, accuracy and precision. How can I use this type of cyber? Okay, as I mentioned yesterday also, that do not focus that the things that I am explaining is related to only cybersecurity. Okay, same thing you can do iris dataset. Okay, and that you perform on iris dataset, you can do on in this dataset also. In iris dataset, what was the output? Output was the target variable was the prediction of flower name. Okay, and I think 4 or 5 flowers names are there. Since 4 or 5 flowers name are there, classes are there, that's why it's categorized as multi-class classification. Okay, and since in cyber security you are using only true false, okay, if the label, if you go for type, then it also has multi-class classification. Now you see the correlation of the data set, both has same. It means technically you can use the things that you already did in iris, you can perform on this cyber security data set. Okay, then no problem, try it. Okay, you will get the result. Okay, understand this, Sagnik? Okay, now let's go. Okay, now try to understand, we already discussed, but those who has issues are not able to understand yet, kindly try to understand what I was to try to say. Okay, now suppose you have, instead of 2 lakhs data set, suppose you have 1000 data set. Okay, 1 to 1000. Okay, and how you can collect? You can collect row by row. It means you have to collect suppose source IP address x1. Okay, destination IP address, prototype, service, duration. This is the column. Okay, using this independent variable, your tool that you are going to analyze is saying that yes, attack there or not. Okay, it may be Kali Linux or what, you have to study from yesterday, from tomorrow you are going to study the model, how to analyze the network traffic. Okay, but what I told you, this trafficking already analyzed by other people. Okay, and it's already saved on public available site, and there they find that yes, the attack is there. Okay, according to their observation, this is your actual data set that you are going to download. Okay, and the second part I also told you to mention your experimented data set. This is the data set that you are going to download, but the next data set that you are going to learn the different tools, how to analyze the trafficking, okay, network traffic. Using that tool, you also generate this data set. Okay, and then it will be a very good work, and this will reflect your actual skill on cyber security. That yes, you compare with the already available data set with your generated data. Okay, now suppose we are talking about either publicly available, or you gather the data and you find that using this IP address, from this source IP address coming from this destination, this prototype, this service, this duration, and attack happens. Your tool say that yes, this is attack. Okay, now second column, this source ID, this destination IP, prototype, service, duration, and this attack. In this way, you have to gather the data. Understand? And this is 2 lakhs in your data set, and here we are assuming that 1 to 1000 rows are there. Suppose this data set is there. Now you want to develop machine learning model. And what I told you, since this is a label, this is the target variable, first of all, you can understand that this is a supervised kind of data set and you can use supervised machine learning algorithm. Clear? Now, second thing, because you have to train your model, but find out now what model you are going to use. Okay, according to this data set, what model will be perfect? First, we find that yes, target variable is there. Okay, that is attack, and these are the independent variable, that source IP, destination IP, protocol, service, duration. Okay, according to that, the label is there. That is yes. Okay, now, due to this target variable, this column, you can say that you are going to use supervised machine learning algorithm. But again, in supervised machine learning algorithm, you have two categories. One is regression and second is classification. Then which kind of algorithm? Now you have to find out what kind of data set is there inside, what kind of data is there. If you find, then according to the definition, because it's yes, no, only yes, no is there, that's why it's a what data type? Categorical data type. And within categorical, if anyone asks, and that you have to write in your technical document that this is the binary kind of categorical data type. Okay. Okay, it means you can use two class classification algorithm that we have discussed in the previous slides. You can use easily, no problem. It's justifiable because this is the kind of data set, supervised kind of data set. Now the another concept that I told you, how to train it. See, this is the data set up to 1000 you have. Okay, you already gathered or you already downloaded. Now we have to use this data set only. We cannot use another. Okay. Now the rule is 80-20. It means up to 800. Among 8000, you are going to use 800 rows. Okay. 800 rows for training purpose, and then the another 200 for testing, and that is the concept, either 80-20 or 70-30. If 70-30, then 700 and 300. Okay. Okay, it means, and how you can do, you have to put you cannot sort it and then after select 800. No, then it's a wrong. Okay, you have to shuffle it. Okay, and randomly you select 800 among 1000. Okay, and 200 if you select 800 from 1000, then the remaining will be 2000. Okay, now suppose this is our 2000. Okay, this data set we are going to test. Okay, and the above one we are going to train. Now since this is the training data set, the above one 800, and training means what? If you are going to anywhere to train to get some training, then in training they must tell you the question and answer also, so that you can understand that yes, this is the thing. Okay, therefore in training you have to give this attack also, that see, this is the independent variables. Okay. Okay, this is the independent variables, and using this you can give this the label data, the target variable, so that while training your machine learning can learn. Okay, this is the value yes, this is the value no, this is the value no, this is the value some yes or no. Okay, in this way your machine learning trained. Now it's time to test. Then in testing, do you want to provide this data to your machine learning? Suppose you are going to set question. Okay, and these are the question and these are the answer. Are you going to provide in your exam question and answer both? No. That's why you have to cut it. Okay, this is separate. Okay, and this is your for testing. Okay, you may say this data set, this 800, you may say X train. Okay, and you may say this is y uh, x, and this is suppose y. Okay, this is x10, and suppose I am randomly taking, and this is x, no, x10, and okay, actually the specific thing is there, y10 you may cut, okay, and suppose this is x test, okay, x test, and this is uh, x test y x10, okay, some name is there, I getting confusion, but suppose xy is there, then it's cut into how many parts? It's cut 4 parts, okay. One part is this is the independent variable set, another the level of this independent variable set, and the another two set for testing, okay. This is for independent variables for testing time, and this is for the level for checking your model, okay, evaluating your model. It means you have 4 parts, one part here, 2, 3, 4, 4 parts are there. It means while doing this AI ML kind of activity, you have to divide into 4 parts, and part number 1 and 2 it's used while training, and 3 it's going to evaluate, and then after 4 it's going to check your model, okay. Okay, now after getting this information, now we check that after developing, after producing a model, what is your target? Target is to get a model here. Suppose one model we develop and we test, and we say that okay, some accuracy is there. Now our intention to get new traffic, okay, and new traffic will give some uh, new traffic will come with some independent variable, and we are expecting that what will be the output. This is not come, okay, and this is the prediction, okay, and our model will take these inputs, okay. This model, suppose model is there, this model will take this input, and it's saying that yes, this is the output, and that goal we want to achieve, okay. And this output depends on the efficiency of your model, that how accurate the model is there. Suppose the model is 99% accurate, then you expect that this data, okay, it will correct if you pass 10 independent, 10 variables, 10 traffic, 10 new traffic, then among 10 new traffic, it will be 9% will be correct, and 1% one time will be wrong, okay. This is the expectation that we want from our machine learning model, okay. Now, how we can represent it? Since it's a two class classification, that we can say that we are going to use this two class classification, where the options are either yes or no, attack or not attack, okay. And our recognition and attack from past data, this is the past data. Using this past data, we are going to use we are going to predict the new incoming data, whether it's the attack or not. And that's why this machine learning AI is now popular in cyber threat also, because we don't wait that okay, this threat is coming, and then after our tool will analyze that this is the attack, okay, or our firewall will filter it that this is the attack. If you use perfect machine learning algorithm or AI algorithm, then you can detect in advance that in the next 2 days or 3 days some attack may come, okay. These things may happen, but it depends on your model efficiency, model uh, what kind of model you are going to develop. And how we can represent? You can see here y is your response in statistics, in target in machine learning, okay, a level you can say. And x1 x2 to xp, you can see this, these are the features, okay. X1 is independent variables, this is called predicators in statics, feature in machine learning, and attributes in data set, okay. This is the name from and here p is 5, you can see this is 5, that's why p is 5, okay. Now x1, x2 to xp, these value, small one is your okay. This is the value. Okay, this is x1, x2, xp up to p, up to p. The y, this is sample, example, pattern, machine learning. This one 1, 2, 3 to p. Okay, this is the example or independent variable or pattern, that is okay, that is okay, up to p. And if suppose is the capital X1, then you have to write 1, 1, 1, 2, it's up to p. This is the sample. This is the independent variable, and this y is the sample or pattern or example. Okay, this is divided into two parts. And xj 1 to j is 1 to p. This is generic variable representing a predicator future, and xj is not a vector rather than a variable. Okay, these are the variables. Okay, and y denote generic variable representing response target. This is okay. Y is not a vector rather than a variable. Okay. Now x1 is the column vector containing future value of ith element. Okay, xi, it's x1, xi1, xi2. Okay, this is the value. Suppose any xi, then what is the value? Value of all summation. Okay, this is, and it will be a real number p. The value of xj means jth future in the set of sample are denoted as xij, where xij is the value of jth future in ith. It's just like cell, you can say. Okay, okay, the same thing is there, and this I is number of n, how many n is there, how many data is there, how many rows are there, and this j is your future. Okay, how many columns are there. Okay, okay. Now this is the all about your table presentation, how you can present it. Okay, okay. Any confusion? No? Okay, now it's 11:30. Take 30 minutes rest so that we can go faster in our next session also. And now we will say that how we can use descriptive analysis, but what is the importance? Okay, everyone know that mean, median, mode is there. You can describe, but why you do in your descriptive analysis? We will discuss it. How many methods are there after 30 minutes? Okay, okay, we will meet at 12. Thank you all. Or any question?
Before you leave, just fill the attendance form, then leave.
Yes. Okay. Or if you have any question, you can say.